Hey guys, I just did a whole first take of a tutorial and I decided I'm going to do something else. So, Sierra Rosada, I believe your name was, unless I forgot, has requested that I do a tutorial for the Minecraft keycard system. Now, this will be a slightly upgraded version, after I realized I've made some minor errors in these kinds of areas. But we are going to try and build the whole thing from scratch if I can remember how to. So this will be an adventure. Oh, I can't wait for it to not work for some unknown reason. Alright, so first, the easiest part to start with is you need to have your output. So we're just going to have our output be like a sticky piston that pushes a single thing. Ta-da! That's our output. We're going to have it nice and high up in the air because we're going to have a lot of parts that are going to go underneath it. So make sure you have room underneath your build. So we're gonna have our output come out from here. Actually, no, we're gonna have our output come from behind it, I think, or our input rather. And what this will be is it'll go down here. There we go, and it'll go back over here. We'll have our redstone comparator loop just here, and what this will do, what this part does, is it increases the signal duration, and so this will make things last longer. So if I put a button here, well, it kind of sucks. But if I put a button there and then a redstone repeater there, as you can see, it lasts a lot longer. Whereas if I just had a button here, it would just last as long as the button was pushed. And one thing about the keycard system is that it is very quick. Because it's primarily built as an item filter, it actually does not last for very long. So you're going to want to put 3 blocks here. I'm going to put a redstone repeater in the middle, and then some redstone dust there, some redstone dust there. And then you're going to want to put a redstone repeater here, and then cover the whole thing in stone, like this. So you should have something that ends up looking like this, with this repeater going that way, and this repeater going that way. And then you want to put a redstone torch there, another block above this, and you want a redstone comparator facing that direction. And then you put redstone dust here so that this is all connected like this. Now, you're going to want to build a small line of hoppers, because this line of hoppers is where the good stuff is going to be. This is the stuff that passes the item filter. Is going to be going through here, and so you just want to build hoppers up until this point, and then you want the hopper that is level with the comparator to face the comparator. So they're on the same height there, so this hopper is facing the comparator. And what this will do is it'll stop it from putting stuff into the hopper that doesn't that shouldn't be there. So if we fill this with things and stuff, I'm not sure if I had enough stuff in there. Well, I put it in the wrong one. That's why it didn't work. There's probably still not enough stuff in there. We can remove one of these and do that. There we go. Now there's enough stuff in there. So this is basically just filler. You don't want this like to be stuff that can go through. Or you basically just want it to be stuff that people aren't going to be using. So typically a good thing to do is like some really weird obscure block, but it has to stack with itself, because you need 20, 29, 38, 45 of it. You need 45 of it. Well, actually you need 44 of it. And then you will want to decrease this by 1, like that. And then put the thing that you want to pass through here. Again, this has to be able to stack with itself. So you can't put things like potions as the keycard, because it won't stack with itself, so it won't be able to pass into this hopper and then go all the way down. And the way this works is that this hopper generates a signal from this comparator that is just weak enough that it does not power this redstone dust. What this redstone dust does is two things. One, it lets the item filter work. So it'll power this redstone repeater, which turns off this torch. And with this torch turned off, it can pass through here. Now, you'll need to have another one of these things in here as well. You only need one. As you can see, if I put a thing in here and make the iron filter go through. Oh, that's weird. Normally it gets stuck in there. It might be too fast though. But you'll probably have something in here, and it'll probably be at least one of the things. Yeah, if I put a, let's see, if I put a stone block in here. Yeah, this will get trapped in here like this. Because this, yeah, so the reason this hopper doesn't take stuff out is because it is powered by this redstone torch. And so, you put the item in, let's say, hold on. You put it in from your dispenser. That you can do this one of two ways. If you don't want the dispenser indented, what you can actually do is have it, hold on, face inwards like this. I would recommend using a dropper for this actually. So we're gonna get a dropper because if you put an arrow in there, it's gonna fire the arrow. So you want this whole area to be, hold on, I'm just gonna remove this from my inventory, get some building materials. You want this whole area to be like blocked off, so items that go in here don't get like put out. You can put a button on this, and then if you put something inside, like this for example, actually let's put the actual key card inside, which is some stone. If you put the stone inside, it'll stay in there until you press the button, at which point it'll be thrown out. There we go, and it works. And the stone should be, like I said, all the way over here. Good stuff. So that is the output and the passing of the keycard through a system. So if the thing that you've put in is wrong, you'll actually need to change this hopper, and you'll sort of have to build this bit in advance as well. Just a little bit, but basically you need another line of hoppers that lead into the section where it's going to put wrong items back in. So let's build it over here, I guess. Why not? Let's have it a bit further back than that, actually. Oh my god. There we go. And you'll want a hopper on top of this that will put the stuff into it, or you can have it behind it. Again, if you want to you know, have this be not indented into the wall. If you don't mind if it's indented into the wall, you can place it like this, like that, and then you can basically power the hopper underneath it, and then have a button that's set up to unpower it. You totally don't need to do that. Honestly, this way is probably actually better no matter what, unless you desperately want the dispenser you know, indented. In which case, good for you. Yeah, if you want to do that, I will show it to you. It's over here. Basically, how you can do that. You obviously, if you have a dispenser or a dropper, you might be concerned about it firing the thing. However, if you do this setup, so this torch powers just this hopper, and then there is some redstone that will turn the torch off, connected to a button. If you're concerned that it will dispense the item back in, don't worry. For some reason, the hopper will activate first. So the only time that it won't let stuff in is if there are multiple items in here. In which case, if you press the button, it'll still not matter because I powered this thing over here. But yeah, if you are expecting multiple items to be going in, and that might get dispensed out, you can just put a redstone torch here because it's indented. It won't be seen, and it will basically constantly power the dispenser or dropper, and a dropper can't fire again until it's unpowered. So it doesn't matter how many times you press this button, it still won't fire because it's powered by this redstone torch. Yeah, where were we building? Oh, here we go. So you can either do it like that, or you can do it like this. This is probably easier in every single scenario, but whatever. So you'll need to have your return system set up. So you'll have like a bunch of hoppers, I guess, that are going to lead to a dropper. We'll have the dropper be level with the hoppers, like this. And you're going to want to have a line of hoppers that basically lead to this dropper that come from the item filter. Have I made this too high? No, I haven't. Okay, good. And you'll want it like that. So the item filter system will go like this, and eventually this kind of looking thing will happen. So you'll have a line of hoppers that all point to each other, and then the item filter system underneath it. And as I said in the previous video, you can literally string as many of these filters together in a row, provided you have the space. They literally can be right next to each other, like this. They can literally like be like this, and you have another one that goes down like that. You have a comparator here. You can literally have it be like this, and it'll be perfectly fine, because of the way redstone interacts with itself and doesn't interact with itself, and because of the way it's set up. This repeater will always only depower this this redstone torch, so it'll only get depowered when there's enough stuff in here. And then the signal strength, let's say, you know, we have some more black wool in here. As you can see, the signal strength literally doesn't even go onto this side, so it won't depower this one, and like stuff won't go through that you don't want to go through. And because of the way they're set up, they can also both very easily function as the output, which is great because that's what we're looking for. So the stuff that doesn't, stuff that isn't key cards will get passed through this row of hoppers into this dropper. And what you want to do is you want to have a setup that looks something like this. And because of the way hoppers work, you actually can just do it straight like this. When you want a redstone comparator facing away from it into some redstone dust, and you want to immediately have a redstone repeater afterwards, because the signal strength from this will be nothing. And if you try to do it like this, it wouldn't have enough signal strength. And what this will do is that about, you know, a quarter of a second after something arrives in the dropper, it'll power itself and then activate the dropper. And then after, you know, the item is gone, there'll be no signal strength from a comparator, and it will turn off and be able to work. And what you want to have here is the water elevator. Water elevators are super simple. You just need hold on a second, let me find it. Some soul sand. You just need some soul sand, and then you need water source blocks. Now in this one over here, there's glass here, and that's just to let you see what it is. It can actually be made out of anything, but it just needs to be soul sand on the bottom, and it has to be water source blocks all the way up. So I'm going to make this out of glass so you can see what's going on. But fortunately, this one is actually pretty short because the dropper is nearly the same height as this hopper. So what you want is, there we go, like that. And these all need to be water source blocks. And I'm just going to build the canal that's going to go into it as well. So eventually, an item that's like, you know, gone wrong will go through all of those hoppers, and it will go up here. It'll go into this dropper. The dropper will power itself, and it will shoot it out. So if we have water blocks here, these all have to be water source blocks. Can't stress that enough. I didn't know that when I first made this. It was really confusing as to why it didn't work. But yeah, if they are all water source blocks and there's soul sand underneath, it'll push it up. It pushes anything up. It'll push players up. It'll push, you know, it'll push your face up. It'll push me up. It'll push items up. And that's the important part, is that it pushes items up. And then you'll basically want this sort of slow, it's hard to see with my shader pack on, but this is flowing water into this hopper, which the hopper will then pick it up, put it in the dropper, and presto, a failed item has been returned to the person who put it in. The other part is the stuff that you that doesn't fail is what I'm trying to say. Stuff that doesn't fail you want to have it go over here into another dropper, and you want to literally just set up the exact same oh my god, this is being obnoxious, the exact same system over here, but it's probably going to have to go higher because the iron filter system forces it lower down. So you want, once again, to have more stuff over here, and by stuff I mean soul sand. If I can remember where it is. There it is. You want more soul sand over here, and then water sources all the way up to the top. So let's grab some more building material. Let's grab some glass, why not? And do it like this. There we go. Again, you'll also want to have another self-powering thing here. This is going to be kind of obnoxious to do. No, it should be fine. It'll just take a moment. It won't even take a moment. So, I've gotten rid of the comparators because I have idiot disorder. Where are the comparators? Here we go. So you want a comparator coming out of this, straight into a redstone repeater, and then you just want the redstone to go back into the dropper eventually. That should be strong enough to power it. Yeah, I think so. That should be strong enough to power it. And then you want, again, water source blocks all the way up to the top until you get one above the thing. So let's have the successful item return system be over here. And it'll go over here. You want a hopper to go into like that. And so you want it to go up this high, but obviously you want the trough so that the water can flow through. And then you want to make sure that it's very important to make sure that none of the water gets out of the system. Otherwise, it'll delete your redstone. And you'll be like, ah, it's not working. It's because the water deleted your redstone. So now a successful item will pass through the items filter, go all the way into this dropper. The dropper will power itself, push it up through this water elevator, and it'll land in this area over here. And so now we can go ahead and test it out, but I need to fill it with more blocks. Okay. Well, there we go. That sounded like it kind of worked. Let me just do this real quick. So, we want to... I think the item filter is on. It should be. Yeah. Right. I will just delete this so that it doesn't... because this item filter area is empty, so it will absorb blocks from it. So, let's say that we're trying to, you know, get into this thing. We're trying to make this sticky piston push a block. This just represents your output. You can wire this up to anything that can take an input. So let's say, oh, I have some yellow wool. I bet I can put yellow wool in here and make it work. Oh no, that was all I wanted, that yellow wool. Oh, what a travesty. And wow, that went really high up. I didn't know it did that. Actually, I think I did know it did that and I forgot. Oh, no, it's okay. My yellow wool is back. Everything is saved. Okay. But this time, I'm actually going to put in some stone, because I secretly know that that is what I have to put in. And I'm going to put it in. The thing is pressed, and I'm going to go over here. And it's going to be here any second now. There we go. Got my stone back, and I can use it again. Ta-da! We did it, and it only took my entire life. I hope you're happy. I only have the face cam on because I still had makeup on from a stream, which you can catch at twitch.tv/sharpleon, where I play Apex. And sometimes I'll play Minecraft, I don't know. If you really want me to play Minecraft, I will, but I don't really do much in Minecraft. I already have my keycard system made. I just AFK next to it now. I don't even AFK next to it, I AFK somewhere else. I'm on a bit of a tangent right now. So, that is the whole thing built from scratch. Of course, you can have any output system as well. Also, you can have, if you want to be really cool, you can connect this up to a different output as well if you want something to happen when it fails, because every time it fails, an item will go into this dropper, and you can have an output here, and you know, maybe you want this, this note block to play every time it fails. So if we go ahead and put in some, I don't know, some glass, it goes in here, doesn't work. Oh, I haven't pressed the button. Oh, I'm dumb. You put some glass in here, and then press the button afterwards because you remember your own designs. It'll go through, and it'll play the note block. The glass will fly out. Obviously, if you want it to not, you know, fly out, you just put a lid here. Or you can even put it here. That's fine. Like that. And it won't fly out and have the chance of missing stuff. But I imagine the troughs are probably going to close off because you're probably going to build this underground. Because it has a lot of undergroundiness. Yeah. So yeah, you can rig that up to an output as well in case you want it to do something when you put something wrong in. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. As for the door design is super simple. I'll quickly go over that in case you were interested. It's just a very simple 2x2 door pattern. It's not perfectly flush when it's closed, but it is when it's open. So say you wanted it like this or whatever, and what you can do is you can just line the top of it like this, put a redstone repeater here, I think, and a redstone repeater here, set them to 2 ticks. Yeah, I think this is right. And then just put redstone on this raised platform here, and then you power it from this into you know the correct direction for the repeaters to go in. Whoops, that's not a redstone dust. And it will close the thing real nice and easy and open it again. And you know, as you can see, you can hook that thing up into that thing. Oh, I suppose I probably should have said this before, but obviously you want to make sure that the hoppers aren't in the way of any. If you're doing a door, the hoppers aren't in the way of anything. What you can do if you want to avoid this is you can literally just raise up how high this goes. You can put an infinite amount of hoppers underneath here. This can literally go up to infinity. Whatever, and it'll still work perfectly fine. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. It's all you get to hear. Yeah. Man, that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you heard, good. I imagine the only people who are going to be watching this are the people who've already watched the other video. So, if you're subscribed, thanks. And if you're not, why not? I make really funny content. Like the Among Us video. I'm gonna edit that out. Okay, yeah. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, you know, MySpace, Google+, whatever. Whatever you dang kids do nowadays. Bye.